So on the World of Esports here, we're basically like a big family. You saw 2 weeks ago, I think it was, we had a nice little birthday celebration for me with March, and actually put together a lovely video from all the players over in Montpellier giving me a happy birthday. And now it's actually his birthday. So March, if you can join me here in front of the camera, that'd be fantastic. And remember, we are short on time here. We decided to all pull in and give you a nice little gift as well. This is Marcin, one of our producers. And I hope you like it, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you actually get to use it as well, because it's your very own sexy underwear. Now, turning the big 40 here, hopefully you can have a great celebration with you today. I just want to show you, if you want to show the camera what the backside's looking like, because it's very revealing.
You know what, Jason, I hate you. Thank you.
And I just wanted to point out, by the way, I did have to get, I don't know if it says here, the medium size. I know you might be.
It. Okay.
I wanted to use it potentially in the future as well, but you know what? We can go get you to try this on. In the meantime, let's kick off today's episode of the World of Esports.
See, Jason Kaplan.
And yeah, sometimes.
Man.
So on today's episode, with the third unofficial major of the year ending, we have to take a look at ESL One Cologne from the group stage all the way through to who took home that trophy. We also got to sit down and talk to a lot of people who attended the event about why Cologne is the city of esports. And we also have some three-way action for you. No, unfortunately, not that kind of fun you're looking for with, let's see, FaZe Clan, you have ENCE, and of course, Team Liquid with What's in the Box. And we'll be ending out the show today with Astralis doing Know Your Bro. So let's kick off today's episode of the World of Esports. It's time to kick off the unofficial third major of the year. It's the cathedral of esports when it comes to CS, and it's time to see who made it out of the group stage and into the playoffs.
For the fifth time, one of the most prestigious CSGO events visited Cologne, and the stakes were higher than ever with 13 out of 15 top teams fighting for the trophy. That meant the competition would be fierce, and this is what went down during the group stage. When it comes to Group A, it's not a surprise that Team Liquid once again showed their colors. After acquiring Stewie2K to their roster to fill the void after Taco, the guys from North America seem to have finally found a way to the top. They're already the #1 team in the world, and after winning 3 Intel Grand Slam tournaments in a row, are now only 1 trophy away from grabbing that shiny $1 million.
Were you waiting to see if it's about to make sense? And then...
Yeah, I didn't really have anything to build.
But their start in Cologne was not as easy as everyone would have thought. An almost guaranteed win against MVP PK turned out to be quite the challenge, and both Na'Vi and NRG Esports also really put the Americans to the test. But despite all these hiccups, Liquid were able to make it through and into the playoffs. Same as Na'Vi, who after over 2 months of not playing competitive matches certainly wasn't an obvious favorite. However, it turns out that exchanging Edward for Boomich gained that lost confidence, and in time also secured their victories against the likes of Furia and twice Mouse Sports, thus earning that quarterfinal spot. But let's also not forget about Simple's ever-amazing performance, but sometimes even the world's best have flaws.
Map point looking to be confirmed.
Oh no,
As Nitro nearly got knifed. Simple, of course, trying to push it through. And it's in style? With a bit of sass.
If it goes overtime, now, Matt.
And speaking of performance, Astralis seemed to be back on track. After a period of lackluster results, Cologne's Group B became the Danish roster's playground, as they pretty much stomped all the competition and went straight into the semis without even breaking a sweat. Ninjas in Pajamas also had a good run and managed to secure their playoff spot, which after a roster change puts them in a rather good position. But the true heroes of Group B are probably Team Vitality. Sure, they were defeated in their opening match versus NIP, but in the lower bracket, the French really put on a show, first sending home ENCE, and then repeating that success with Fnatic and Heroic, which placed them in the quarterfinal of what might just become their most important tournament of the year.
Trade though. BlameF gets Apex down. ZywOo still at new. Has to swing it.
They can't bomb.
Cleanly. You're right, they can't. And it's done. It's over. Just on that, he confirms it with another kill in Stewie style, reminiscent of Cloud9.
Too bad Big wasn't as lucky as last year, and we won't see the Germans playing in front of their home crowd after their loss against Heroic. But even so, Lanxess Arena should get ready for some serious Counter-Strike.
So it's time for the threesome you've all been waiting for. It's time to take a look at what's in the box.
Don't touch me.
Okay, that's easy.
Is this some kind of bell?
Just a bell, right?
It's a bell.
Ring for sex.
Ring for sex. What the fuck? I don't know the exact name. It's not a stress ball. What is that? It's like a nipple. What am I touching right now?
Toy with, I don't know what texture, but like the gummy thing.
I feel like I do. Yeah. I'm grabbing a tit right now, dude. This is definitely a boob.
Oh yeah.
Water balloon, I think.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Bruh, you're lucky I'm 19.
Flowers, or it's not a toy, I guess.
It's a boob, I think.
You may kiss the bride.
This is when it gets tricky, I guess.
Gummy bears here.
I'm not putting my fingers into that.
It's like gummy bears.
It must be some kind of cake or.
It's like the thing I'm talking into right now. I'm talking into the microphone.
That's like the thing you put on the microphone. I don't know what's the name. Oh yeah.
It's like a thing you put on a microphone to like make the noise better. Yeah? Oh, I can take it out? Oh, okay. There you go. It's a controller. Maybe a Nintendo controller. Feels pretty weird.
It's like a Game Boy or something like that.
I want to go with like a Nintendo controller or like something you'd use for like fighting games, or even like an RC controller. Could be like an RC car controller.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, it's a Game Boy. I'm too young for this shit.
So let's start off our news section talking about Cloud9 as they're going through a serious roster overhaul. Now, following their disappointing results in the Berlin Major qualifiers, as well as the recently concluded ESL Pro League Season 9 finals, the American organization came to a conclusion that it's time to do something about it. Now, Rush will be placed on the bench, Golden will play on loan to NIP, and Cajun B, together with Vice, will be leaving the organization entirely. Even Valens, the team's head coach, will be replaced. His duties will be taken over by James IRL, and the new active CSGO roster will consist of Automatic, Daps, Mixwell, Kusta, and Tens. And moving on to some more Counter-Strike news, Marcelo, Coldzera, David is reportedly looking for a new team. Now, according to HLTV, the famous Brazilian player is willing to take up a new challenge elsewhere as he's becoming increasingly frustrated with the team's poor results. Now, no official statements have been made yet, but if Coldzera is benched, the Brazilian roster will probably have to play during the upcoming major with their coach, Zeus. It was quarterfinal time over at ESL One Cologne. We had Navi up against NIP, and we had in the lower side, don't tell me, oh my God, I forgot, Vitality up against Energy, the North American team, to see who made it through to the semis. So let's take a look.
The first quarterfinal of ESL One Cologne 2019 was an intercontinental battle between the North American roster NRG Esports and the French roster Team Vitality, the winner of which were to face Astralis in the semifinal. The Europeans were about to prove that they deserved their current number 3 spot in the world, and the first map brought us to Dust 2, where the opening part was all about Team Vitality, with Siwoo being at his best, and at halftime, it was 10-5 for the French team.
They desperately need this round, they must have it. NBK holding it with a Krieg, another one, a triple for NBK.
After changing sides, NRG were still helpless, winning only 2 rounds and losing the map 16-7.
And it's gonna be in the middle again. Alex to clean it up, a quick triple.
The second map saw the fight be taken to Mirage, where the French team didn't give their opponents any fighting chance.
Oh no, the bomb plant, it might be right in front. So, oh my God!
And again, won the map 16-7, with Siwoo being on a killing spree.
We really want to have fun, you know, when we're gonna go on that stage, and that's what we've been having when we play the other stages so far. We just go there, do our thing, have fun, play together, you know, and we don't really look further than that.
The second quarterfinal was a clash between the neighbors in the world's ranking. Number 13, Nazis Vincer, taking on the current number 14, the Swedish legends Ninjas in Pajamas. The opening map Inferno was toe-to-toe, and when NIP got their 9-8 lead, the fans could hope that the glory days were back.
Very standard defense, but again, no guns this time. It started off well for the Pistols, but now Rez is in position, a third as well. Headshots. He might get the ace because they're all there.
But then Flamey and his teammates playing on the CT side showed some great Counter-Strike and won the map 16-12.
No one looked at it, and then the smoke came out so late. They lost 2 players, and Electronic pushes back.
When it came to Mirage, which was the second map, it was Simple who led his team to a convincing win, 16-9, sending NIP home, and it's now Na'Vi who will face Team Liquid for the last spot in the grand final.
We had big goals coming here, but we didn't know how we're gonna play because we have a new player. So, and I'm very happy that we managed to qualify for playoffs, and of course some crazy comebacks from us. That's insane.
We're gonna take a quick second from our regularly scheduled broadcast of ESL One Cologne and take a look at some fans and what they had to say about Cologne as a city when it comes to esports. So sit back, relax, and learn a little bit about the city of Cologne. Been there 7 years and I still can't say it right.
It's Cologne. Everybody loves Cologne. Everybody loves being here. Everybody's here from every country. It's awesome.
I love the place. It's cool.
Could you introduce yourself? Who are you and where are you from?
Hello, I'm Markus from Finland. The atmosphere here is just awesome.
I'm Chris, I'm from Houston.
And I'm Brianna, I'm from Canada.
Let's say that NIP gets eliminated by Astralis.
Yeah.
Which team you guys will be supporting then?
Heroic.
Heroic?
Yeah.
Na'Vi.
And why Heroic or Na'Vi?
Because I love Freiburg. Yeah, forever.
Obviously, ends are already out from the tournament, so who are you rooting for right now?
It still ends, but maybe in a different tournament.
We are from Germany, and my name is Aaron, but in-game I'm called 31 Joker 05, and we're playing for Crisis Gaming.
And you know, since Cologne is so special? What do you guys think makes this tournament so unique?
Yeah, we are from Germany, so it's nice that it is in our country, and we like that esports is getting so big, and even in Germany, and yeah, that's why we came here.
Could you do some cheering for your favorite teams?
NIP?
Yeah.
I don't know. Ninjas in pajamas forever.
As we move on to social media, Team Vitality have really been doing wonders in the Cathedral of Counter-Strike. So in today's social media section, we're going to take a look at how exactly some of their fans might see them. And if you think that Simple sometimes has to do some heavy lifting, you just might be right. It's semis time at ESL One Cologne. We have Na'Vi up against Team Liquid and Astralis up against Vitality. We could potentially have the big rematch between the top dogs, number 1 and 2, with Liquid up against Astralis. But let's see who made it through into the grand finals.
I hope you guys are ready to rumble because the Cathedral of Counter-Strike once again delivered some quality action. After some surprising quarterfinals, it was time for the semis, which also were far from predictable. So let's take a look at what exactly happened. It all began with a clash between Vitality and the Danish behemoth Astralis. Although the Danes were the favorites, soon it was clear that on Dust 2, it was all about the Frenchmen, who basically stomped their opponents in the first half only to finalize everything after switching sides and closing out the map with an impressive 16-8 scoreline.
Apex is going to get another, and now he can retreat. It's a retreating battle, but oh, he goes back for more! Apex!
But the world's second-best team was not done yet, and on Inferno showed their true colors. The game was very close, and both teams were going head-to-head in almost every round, which eventually took us to 2 overtimes, with Astralis finally snatching their point at 22-19. However, on Overpass, it was once again all about Vitality, and not to mention their shining star, Ziwoo, who in time sent the Danish super team home and made Alex pretty happy with the result.
Super proud because obviously we struggled a lot in the group stage, and as I said, I think on Twitter yesterday, it just depends which Vitality shows up. We can be that good and we can struggle. It's just like, I'm happy with how we played and hopefully we can continue on through the rest of the tournament.
Afterwards, it was time for Team Liquid versus Na'Vi. Simple and his crew came into this tournament after a 2-month break from competitive matches, but their return was pretty firm, and they were now looking to defend their title from last year. Too bad they ran into Liquid, and despite Boomich's incredible performance, they were ultimately pushed back from Dust 2 with a 12-16 score.
Liquid are now stuck because they identify there's only one and they all come back, they all have range, they all have the bomb in front of them, but the shots are coming in for Liquid. Suddenly it goes down to just Boomich. Even Simple couldn't surprise by swinging back out. Low HP on the last remaining player, and Boomich gets them both.
On Overpass, the guys from Not As Sincere looked like they had it all under control and managed to secure the first half. But the cakes and ale didn't last long, and in time, neither Simple nor Boomich were able to stop the NA team's advances. Liquid's defense proved to be almost impenetrable, and soon the second semifinal came to its conclusion, which meant that Team Liquid would now face Vitality in the grand final, and was just one match away from winning the Intel Grand Slam.
We don't want to give any of these teams like 100K, so we really want to make sure that we win it and close out the Grand Slam as soon as we can, if we can.
Now, I know he might deny it, but as you saw earlier on the show, I knew that March and my bro wanted those sexy undies, especially for his girlfriend, and he's probably going to get a waxing to make sure he fits into them perfectly. But it's time to take a look at Astralis, as they're going to be playing Know Your Bro.
The person in the team that sees the most is me.
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely.
100% me. The hungriest person is probably also me.
Yeah, Dupree.
Yeah.
I think Maggie actually loves the most to travel.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Magic, yeah. Or Danny. He likes getting a little bit away sometimes, you know, getting to explore stuff. He's also older, so maybe that's why.
Dupree, definitely.
it's either me being the biggest prankster or Danny. I think we have it's a good mix actually.
I think Dupree is the clown and Danny is the joker.
Yeah. I think the most angry is between myself and Magisk, and the most calm is probably Sipex. By far him. So he doesn't say much. Well, he says much, but it's very rare that you hear him like scream like lots of stuff.
I don't get angry.
No, he doesn't get that angry, and he doesn't scream like when he does something sick. When he just clouds, he's like, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I'm definitely the worst knife player, so it's definitely not me. I think it might be you. It might be Sipex or it might be Magisk maybe. Yeah, I think he's gonna run. I'm the worst knife player in any game you could ever imagine.
I would say me. I think it's very mixed.
Yeah.
I actually don't think there is any specific player doing more than another player. I think we have our roles in the team, and I think everyone puts in the same amount of work.
People does different things. Like sometimes, well, some people like to just play more as an individual. Some people like to play more like, you know, discover new strategies or do some new like, well, fixing a strategy or finding new grenades or learning new grenades, stuff like that. Yeah.
Grand final time now at ESL One Cologne. We had Liquid and we had Vitality set to see who could take home and lift the what the f? Are you putting weight in this? Who could take home the trophy, and importantly for Liquid, if they can take home the $1 million in the Intel Grand Slam.
We've now made it to the grand final of ESL One Cologne 2019, and as the lights dimmed and the audience took their seats, a dramatic showdown of massive proportions was ready to get underway. Team Liquid, only one win away from taking the Intel Grand Slam in 4 out of 4 tries, and the $1 million prize that comes with it, went up against Team Vitality, a relatively new team that has managed to climb to the summit of the French CSGO scene and even claimed one of the top spots in the world rankings. Especially thanks to their superstar Ziwu. The first map brought us to Overpass, Liquid's map pick, which definitely showed. The North American side turned the map into their playground and closed it out 16-6 after a lossless second half. Dust 2 put a short-lived stop to Liquid's dominance as the French roster had to close out their own map pick in overtime, where superstar Ziwu defied all odds in the last round of play.
BK goes down and leads with 2. Nitro steps back out again, and Ziwu to get the bomb back. Again, we said double overtime isn't out of possibility, isn't unbelievably impossible, but it might be with Ziwu finally hitting shots like that as he steps back into the door, and he won't plant. There's no rush. Slow it down as Nav walks out. Ziwu confirms the second map for Vitality.
As we headed into Inferno, things turned hotter. Liquid took control right off the bat, and despite Ziwu's best efforts to carry his team, the North American side took the series lead 2-1, only one map away from glory. And destiny would have it that Team Liquid would cement their dominance in 2019 with a massive performance on Mirage. The North American team took the 4th map 16-8 and not only secured their first win at ESL One Cologne, but also took home the $1 million Intel Grand Slam.
Liquid have the advantage, they're trying to bring it down to the 2 versus 1. If it's RPK that's dropped, they could be in serious trouble. That should do it. There we go. It's Team Liquid, and that's what it means to them. They've taken it in the 4th map. The favourites coming into the tournament have just unlocked the Intel Grand Slam at ESL One Cologne under their belt, and $1 million bonus.
We're here to break records, we're here to make history, and we came and did that, and I'm very proud of this team.
The Cathedral of Counter-Strike witnessed a divine performance from Team Liquid, and the North Americans can now, without a single doubt, call themselves the world's best team and North America's best ever.
So Team Liquid took home the trophy, took home the $1 million, and 100% claimed the #1 team in the world when it comes to Counter-Strike, and they've done Trump proud. They're making Counter-Strike in North America great again. don't know why I'm saying that, he's such an idiot. But anyways, that's gonna do it for episode of World of Esports. Make sure to tweet to us with the hashtag World of Esports and let us know about any tournaments, players, games you wanna see on the show, because we'd love to have them here and love to obviously do things with them. I'm gonna go put this on, but in the meantime, you guys need to check out I Am Chicago and make sure to see what's gonna be going down and if Liquid can defend that title. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I've been Jason Kaplan, and well played. Oh my God.